Welcome to my cataloguing of my collection. So I was prompted to do this because a very old and good friend of mine, a fellow enthusiast, passed away, and he had an enormous collection. Not really quite sure what's going to become of it. And I thought I really should make an effort at this. So what I've done is, as way of organizing my collection, I have a number of these plastic boxes. And as you can see, they're perfectly suited to store locomotives or coaches. And there's enough room to get some padding in between each loco so that nothing's damaged if it's moved around. So what I've done is I purchased these stickers that I'm going to put on the bottom of the loco. And here is my spreadsheet on notes on my computer. And as you can see, number 1 is a class 35. I hope you can see that clearly. With the running number D7063. Now, as it happens, that one's on the layout at the moment. However, I've got this class 8, which is 09026, and it is a Lima product. Now, what I've done is I've checked each and every one of these locomotives to ensure that they're running. In the event that my collection has to be sold for whatever reason, unexpectedly, let's say, just makes it easier for everyone concerned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the process of attaching a green sticker to the underside of the chassis. Now, it looks as if I'll need to trim it a little bit, but this will be number 2 in my collection. So I'll fix this after the fact, but what's going to be able to happen is, there'll be these boxes with all these locomotives in them, and someone's going to have to decide what's going to happen with them, or even myself if I decide to sell some of these, and most likely I will as time goes on. And that will include the diesel, electrics, steam locomotive sets, coaches, wagons. And what I'll do is, on the spreadsheet, I'll put a value against each locomotive. And that value, I think, I would look into eBay and see what they're selling for there. And most of them they're all in used condition, let's say. Some of them are like very, very good, but most are in used condition. They've been on the railway for as long as I've had them, and previously held by other enthusiasts. So I won't be asking a fortune for any of them. And there might be a couple of collectibles like the EM2 and one or two others. So that's the process. You know, I opened up in this program numbers. It's like Microsoft spreadsheet, and just created a little table with the number that I'm going to give each locomotive, the class or type of loco, the name if it's been given a name, and there's a couple there that have the running number, the maker, manufacturer, condition, and then there'll be another column in there for value. And you know, I've got a couple of boxes here, including Black Fives, Britannia, Princesses, and another one here with Princesses, Black Fives, A4s, Coronation Class, Flying Scotsman, Princesses. So, and a weathered F9 or 9F, sorry. So each and every one will be given a number, and if it's boxed, there'll also be a box. And here's an example. Here's an example of a dapol Royal Scot, and that's the way that's preserved in a box of its own. Many of these have their own box, but I just find it easier to keep them in these cases. It's also a good method of transporting these if you're going to visit somebody else with a layout, or if you're going to a show and you're participating in a show as a club member, you can carry your own locomotive safely in these secure boxes, and you can tie a bungee cord around all of them. And I've got, you know, more than a dozen of these boxes, and they're great value. You know, they're about $6 each, and a very good investment. It would also be a good idea to download your spreadsheet onto a memory stick and keep that in the sort of personal belongings area, or written down somewhere where to find it, because you might not pass on your username and password to your family. So the best thing to do is copy your spreadsheet onto a memory stick and keep it in a safe place. Yeah, that's my process of cataloguing the collection and putting a value to it. And the green is definitely for, yes, it runs and it's in good condition. I'll maybe have orange for, yeah, it runs but not in great condition. Yellow, it's okay, and red for doesn't work, needs tender loving care, if you know what I mean. So I hope that's of interest to you, and it'll give you something to consider, because let's face it, many in the community are not getting any younger, and their families, loved ones are going to be faced with this problem of, what do I do with this set? And you want to avoid unscrupulous types, and I'm sure you know many of them, who might offer $500 or £500 for a whole collection, and then go off and sell them for 2 or 3 times that cost. So it gives the those left behind with the collection to be able to get a true and reasonable value of the collection. So, you know, please check out my channel, check out the other videos that you'll see popping up, and remember to give me a thumbs up, ring the bell, and subscribe. That's very important. It helps me keep committed to doing more videos. Thanks very much. Bye for now.